How you doing? Tuesday Thoughts, week number 36. Wow, flying right along. Right, so Alice Morse Earl once said, "Not every day is good, but there is something good in every day." And I think that's an important quote for us to remember of how we approach life. That, yeah, not every day is going to be awesome. We're going to have some rough ones. We're going to have some struggles. There's going to be frustrations of things or failures that we go through. But the reality is, it may not be this great and wonderful day, but within that day, something is right. Something is good. Maybe it's just as simple as you got to talk to a friend. Okay? You got to take a little break from work, or you got to take a nap. The meal that you got was good. Sometimes it's the little things. Hold on to those little things, because if we're not holding on to the good things, those big things can crush us. So, not every day is good, but there's something good in every day. I think that's a very important concept for just our mental and then our emotional and physical well-being as well. Now, another quote for you here, and this is something I think I kind of harp on, but I believe in this concept. Okay? So never apologize for setting, expecting, and accepting high standards of yourself and of others. Okay? We need to set those standards. We need to set them high. We need to make sure that that's what we expect to have happen, because that's the only way for growth, for progress, for change to happen, is to have those high standards. If we're just accepting mediocrity, if we're accepting less than that, there is no progress. If anything, we're regressing from that. So how do we get farther? How do we grow? How do we change? We set the high standards. We expect to meet them, realizing that sometimes we don't, but we've got that large goal of things that we want to get to. Now, here's our random fact for the week. So there's a Canadian actor by the name of James Doohan. Okay, Doohan, best known, he played Scotty on the original Star Trek series. He served in World War II with the 3rd Canadian Infantry Division. He's a commissioned lieutenant. He led his troops down a mine-strewn Juno Beach as part of the Allied forces' D-Day invasion. Later in the day, he gets wounded by friendly fire, and it actually caused the amputation of the middle finger on his right hand. You might not have realized that, because this happened pre-Star Trek. If you're watching Star Trek, you may not have noticed that that middle finger on his right hand was amputated, because while he was there, the directors did the best they could to avoid showing the injury on screen. Maybe it's time to do a little binge watching and check on Star Trek to see if you can catch that in there. And if not, maybe appreciate the ability of the director and the cameraman to move the scene in the way that they needed to cover up things that they wanted to. Okay? And finally, our word for the week to wrap this up. And man, I've been working on pronouncing this, and I'm probably going to do it wrong again. Been working so hard, so here we go, right? It's finifugal. Interesting thing. It's someone who's afraid of finishing anything. I wonder how many people as leaders we've come across with that. They seem to be doing great and just can't quite get it done. Maybe it's not their inability. Maybe it's not that they're struggling, but it's more of they're afraid to finish. Maybe because that means that they're going to move on to something else, they enjoy what they're doing, or what's going to happen as a result of that, whether it's good or bad. But it's an interesting concept to think of. The people that we're dealing with, are they not getting tasks complete? Are they not getting projects complete? Not because of inability, but because of fear. Tuesday Thoughts, week number 36.